A very good evening, everybody. Right, welcome to this webinar session on an introduction to the program Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence in Science, or in short, we call it DASC. So my name is Wilson. Right, I'm one of the instructors, right, in the DSC program. So today I will be representing the entire DSC team, right, to introduce this new program, right, in HKUST to all of you, and hopefully, to get all of you, to join this university and to choose DSC as our major, right? This is a very hot and exciting field today. So I'm sure data analytics and artificial intelligence, these two field, right? So you have heard of it, right? So you have hear people discuss about it, and probably you are very interested in this field as well. So today I'm going to spend I'm not going to talk too much, right, on this program because I'll try to keep it short and simple, and hopefully to drive home the main message that I want to deliver, right? So that you get appreciate the message and what this program is really about. And I would like to, sort of like give more time for the audience, right, prospective students and parents, to ask some questions. All right. So before I start talking about the DSC program, so let me just briefly introduce to you our university, HKUST. So HKUST is the first research university established in Hong Kong in the early 1990s. We are an international university, right? We have strong ties with global leaders and global universities and other institutions. So we are also a university with an Institute for Advanced Study, and we have a very spectacular view, right, in our campus. So if you have been to USD, right, so you will know that we really do have a very spectacular view. So if you have not, right, so I would encourage you to come and visit our campus and see our environment yourself. So we are a very diverse university, right? So we have students, faculties, and staff from all over the world. So we have more than 70 citizenships represented over here. So, uh, so, uh, so as you know, right, HKUST is a relatively young university, right? So we are still young, but over the years, right, we have achieved tremendous successes, right, in the global arena. We have won lots of awards, and we are ranked quite highly in numerous world rankings. So these are some of the achievement that we got, right, in the recent years. Okay, so since the data analytics and artificial intelligence in science, or DSC program, right, is offered by the School of Science. So let me just spend a brief moment, right, to introduce the School of Science to all of you. So currently, the School of Science has five departments. So namely, we have the life sciences, like we have chemistry, we have mathematics, ocean science, and finally, we have physics. So this table over here, right, basically tells you about the composition, right, of our faculty members, right, and our students, and as well as some our postgraduate students. So in terms of the undergraduate students, right? So currently we have 3,341. So this is the latest figure that I got from our school, right? This is the latest updated figure. So all of this 3,341, right? Around 770 of them have selected life science, right, as their major, and then further 214 have selected chemistry, 2 in mathematics, and so on. So in terms of faculty members, right? So it's similar to HKUST, right? Our faculty members are world-renowned, right? We come from all over the world, right? Contributing to the development and the successes of this young university. So you are free to, to join us, right? To have to embark on your undergraduate studies, right? This is a very amazing campus, right? We have a very spectacular view. Of our facilities are top notch, and we have a very diverse, uh, faculties and as well as students. So you will feel comfortable and you will feel at home, right, with all these incredible experiences that we got to offer. Okay, so I guess this is the moment that many of you have been waiting for. So this is the session where I will, talk about the DSC program, right? So I will briefly introduce the program to you, right? And then talk about what are the uh, courses that we will teach, how to get into this program, what are the career prospects, and as well as any internship or any exchange opportunities. So as you can see, right, so the title of this course, right, consists of two parts, right, data analytics and artificial intelligence, and it is in the science field. So just a bit of a background about this program. So we are a relatively new program, right, in HKUST. So we were formed during the pandemic around 4 to 5 years ago. Like we just had our first cohort of graduates, right? So they will be attending their graduation ceremony very soon. So we are relatively new and young, right? But we are a dynamic and growing field of study. So we are actually attracting lots and lots of interest, right, from our current students. So uh, let me talk about data analytics first, okay? So some of you may have heard of this term data analytics, but you're maybe unsure, right? What is this field is all about? So data analytics is basically trying to make sense of big data, right? So you have lots and lots of data, right, in digital format, right? So all these data, right, it doesn't really means anything just by looking at it. So you will need to, learn the skills, right, in order to make sense of the data, right? Try to gain insights, right, into the meaning, right, behind all this data, and then communicate, right, your findings, right, your insights with other people, right? So this also involve solving questions and solving problems and answering questions from people, right, that they have about the data. So this is a general idea behind data analytics. And what about artificial intelligence? So I believe artificial intelligence or AI, right, is a field that many of you have heard of and probably discussing about it, talking about it all the time, and you probably are very interested, right, in getting into it, right? So this is a hot area of study, so we have attracted a lot of attentions. So briefly, right, so artificial intelligence is about building the robots or machines, right, that can mimic human intelligence, right? So it's about creating robots that can behave like us, that can think like us, or even exceed, right, our capability, okay? But from this program perspective, right, so it's all about making predictions from data. So you have lots of data, right? So you try to use existing data, right, to make predictions, like, about the future and so on. So if you want me to summarize, right, this DSC program in one sentence, I would say that this program is about learning data analytics and artificial intelligence skills and apply them within the scientific within the scientific field, right? So it's about learning data analytics and artificial intelligence and apply that right in one of the scientific fields. Because after all, right, so we are a program that is offered by the School of Science. So we will then, apply this knowledge, the technical knowledge that you have learned in one of the scientific fields. So that is essentially a very general one sentence to summarize this program. So we will be applying all this in the scientific field. Okay. All right. So if you are wondering, right, so how can data analytics and artificial intelligence be applied in the scientific field, right? So this slide over here, right, will give you some examples, some real life examples. So, oh, by the way, right, before I talk about this scientific fields, right, so I just want to mention that the underlying uh, core technology or core feature behind data analytics and artificial intelligence, right, is big data, right? So it's lots of data. So that is basically the foundation, right, for us to make predictions and to draw conclusions from data and get the insights and stuff like that, right? So that is the foundation. So why are we in the big data world, right? It's mainly right because of the advancement of technology such as your smartphone, your social media, and so on, right? So you constantly take photos, right? Send text messages, send in emails, posting your photos and your feeling on social media, right? Those are the data that you generate continuously over the last few decades. So because of this sudden advancement in technology, right? Sudden blow up in big data. So we need people, right, to take a look at this data, try to see what this data means and try to make sense of it and see what we can use this data for, right, to make decisions, to make discovery or to cure diseases and so on. So that is the general perception that people have, right, about big data, right? But rarely people talks about big data within the context of a scientific field, right? So in this slide over here, so I briefly talk about what are the big data, contributions, right, from the scientific field. So over here, right, if you see this short visual over here, right, this short video over here, right, about the climate, right? So so this is an example of an applications of data analytics and artificial intelligence side. So we collected lots of data, right, about our weather, our temperature, and other environment data from satellites and other measurement tools, right? So we need to convert this data right into visualizations like this, right? So that people can appreciate your data better. And when we talk about global warming, visualization like this, right, can further drive home the point, right, that global warming is an issue. So by looking at this short clip over here, right, people can appreciate, right, the significance of global warming. So from satellite data and all this data, right? So we can also study, right, this the severity of an oil spill, right, that is happening somewhere in our Earth, right? So we can visualize that, and then we can see, what we can do about it. So we also use some data analytics tools, right, to create charts, tables, and other indicators, right, to visualize our data and then to explain to people, right, the meaning behind the data, right. So this is one example. In biology, right? So data analytics and AI have also been widely used. In a recent study on the microbiomes, scientists suggested that certain gut bacteria might be linked to certain diseases. So this was done by collecting bacteria samples, right, from different patients, right, with different diseases. So from this data, right, if you can find some similarities, right, some similar bacteria from all these samples, right? Patients with the same disease. It suggests to scientists that, oh, maybe we can look at these linkages, and see what we can do about it. DNA sequencing, right, also involves many data analytics techniques. So if you can obtain your whole DNA sequence, right, so data analytics and AI can help you to identify potential gene-related diseases. Data analytics and AI have also made significant impact, right, into the research in chemistry, right? So we have complete data on how to relate certain chemical structures with their biological properties. But then we need AI and data analytics, right, to help predict, right, the performance of any new giant drug. And finally, in physics, right, so in the field of experimental physics, right, we have also benefited from data analytics and AI. So in CERN, for example, right, so the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, right, produces 600 billion collisions, right, every second, right, in each detector, which generates tons and tons of data, right? So because of this large data set, so it poses a big challenge, right, on how to identify the occurrence of any rare events, such as the discovery of the Higgs boson. So these are just some of the examples, right, of data analytics and AI within the scientific field. I'm sure you can find many more examples, right, that I've not talked about that are heavily influenced by data analytics and AI. And I'm pretty sure that there will be much more discovery and inventions coming up within the scientific field in the near future. Okay, so with that said, right, let me go into detail, right, more about our DSE program. So how we specifically how we distinguish ourselves from other programs, especially the conventional science programs, right? So our program is not really a conventional science program. So most of these conventional science programs, right? So they collect data, right, through experiments and observation. So it involve a lot of lab experiments, right, to collect data, right, through experiments and some observations. From our side, right, so from our data analytics and artificial intelligence insights, so we use all this data, right, that has been collected over the years, right, over decades, like we have done tons and tons of experiments. So we want to make use of this data, right, to perform some analysis, to gain some insights, to draw some conclusion, right? So this is what we want to focus on, right, to make use of the readily available big data within the scientific field. So this will actually bring all the skills that you have learned, right, within data analytics and AI into the scientific field. So that's how we differ ourselves, right, from a conventional science program. So we do less scientific experiments, right? We do less laboratory work, but we focus more on using technology such as data analytics and AI to analyze the data, to draw conclusions, and to gain insights to that. Okay, so this is some of the courses, like some of the courses and how you can progress from your year 1, year 2, year 3, and so on. So as a foundation, right? So you will be exposed to some basic programming and some math courses. And once you have gotten the basic foundations, then you learn more programming, right? And then you learn data visualizations, machine learning, and some AI courses. And in your year 3, okay, so when you enter your year 3, you will get to select one scientific field to apply all this foundational and advanced data analytics and AI skills, right? So the scientific field are all specified over here. So in your year 3, right, you get to select a track of study, right? So one of these track of studies where you can then apply all your data analytics and AI skills and to analyze relevant data right to your track over here. So we have applied biosciences, environmental science, information science belongs to the physics. There's some physics courses over here, and molecular science and chemical informatics is another track that you can select right when you enter your year 3. So that is generally what the program is about, right? So now I want to talk about how we differentiate from other related or similar AI and data analytics courses offered by other departments or probably in other institutions. So we want to focus more on the practical aspects of AI and data analytics. So we will then, we will focus less on the theories and the mathematics, right? Because as you know, right, in AI and data analytics, right? So a lot of these foundations to this AI tools are based on mathematics, right? Especially calculus and statistics. So we're going to focus less on those theories and those theorems, right? But we want to focus more on the applied, right? We want to apply the skills, right, on a scientific field. So that is how we differentiate. So we are a career-driven program. So students in this program, right, are not trained to do research, right? So we expect students to gain all the necessary practical skills so that they can apply them right in the workplace. So we are not a research program. We don't train students to do scientific research or experiments. So we are more career-driven. And we are also very flexible, right? So there will be sufficient room for you to declare a minor. So declaring a minor, right, allows you the flexibility to broaden your horizon, right, and expand your career path, right? So in data analytics and artificial intelligence, right, the skills that you learn, right, can actually be applied, right, to many other fields, right? So it depends on your interest and your desire, right? Where do you want to apply that to? So by declaring a minor, right, so you can actually broaden horizon and your career choice. Okay, so these are the career path, right, that you can pursue, right, upon completing your program. So you can apply for jobs as a data analyst, right, a data scientist, or even a BI analyst or business intelligence analyst. So a data analyst basically involve creating charts, right, so analyzing data to gain insights and to answer questions from stakeholders, like about the data, right? So this is a general description. For data scientists, right? So data scientists involve making predictions. So AI and machine learning tools, right? So this is what data scientist does. And for business intelligence analysts, right? So we are talking about analyzing the business operations, right? So we use data from the companies, analyze business operations, and see how we can optimize the company. So that is basically the few career paths that you can choose. And do take note that the skills that you learn from this program can be applied to multiple other fields, right? It doesn't have to stick to science alone. Okay, so I want to just briefly, right, talk about our graduate students, right? So I mentioned at the very beginning, right? So our program is relatively new, right? We just had our first cohort of graduates. So Jeffrey is one of our graduates. So he joined our program, right, when he declared DSE as his major in year 2, right? And when he started his year 3, so he had worked at several internship positions. So these are some of the companies that he has worked at, right? And he worked on this internship positions starting from year 3 and all the way to year 4, right? When he graduated. So all of these positions, right, are data science, AI, data analytics related positions. And he's currently a project manager at the BI related project. So he's involved in all the stages of a data analytics projects at this company. So this is just one example, right? So that I could get, right? So our graduates have just graduated. So I think many more examples of like Jeffrey, right, will pop up in the near future. So in terms of exchange opportunities, so we have plenty of exchange opportunities for you. So this student over here, right, so has just recently returned, right, from a grad exchange opportunity with her exchange program at EPFL in Switzerland. So our students go to various universities in different countries, right, for their exchange. Okay, so with that said, right, so I hope I have convinced you, right, to join DASC, right? So it's a very exciting and you know future-oriented field of study, right? So you will definitely benefit a lot from our practical approaches to teaching data analytics and artificial intelligence. And yeah, we hope to see you, right, on our HKUST Information Day, right, on the 1st of November on campus. So do come to USD so to talk to us, to learn more about the program. And all more information, right, can be found on this website. So register today, and I hope to see you on the 1st of November.